Welcome to Kansas Ag Report with your host, Brian Hallman.
Welcome to Kansas Ag Report. I'm Brian Hallman, and here's our lineup for today's show. In Ag News, we'll take a look at local and national headlines affecting Kansas farmers. In our Ag Feature, we sit down with Aaron Harries from Kansas Wheat to talk about wheat research at the Wheat Innovation Center. And inside Kansas Ag, KDA tells us about holiday shopping from the Land of Kansas retailers. And Kansas Wheat talks to us about the Women Managing the Farm Conference. And in News You Need to Know, we get our weekly update from the Kansas Livestock Association. We'll look back at last week's market activity with the guys from Paragon, and we'll let you know about important events coming up around the state of Kansas. Glad you could join us.
Closed captioning brought to you by
The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers. kansassoybeans.org.
Ag Risk Solutions. Experience, knowledge, integrity. Your crop insurance solution, Ag Risk Solutions. Kansas Wheat Commission. Leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com. Kansas Livestock Association. Supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org.
Here's our national headlines for this week in Ag News. The National Christmas Tree Association expects Americans to spend more than $1 billion on real Christmas trees this year. 2015 consumer survey results commissioned by the National Christmas Tree Association found consumers are still willing to spend more on real Christmas trees for the holiday, but the number is declining. While almost 26 million real trees sold last year, that number is down 7 million from 2013. The top Christmas tree producing states include Oregon, North Carolina, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. The National Farmer Veteran Coalition is adding local chapters in 4 more states. Executive Director Michael O'Gorman says new programs in Texas, New York, West Virginia, and Washington will be chartered preceding the National Farmer Veteran Coalition conference taking place next week in East Lansing, Michigan. O'Gorman says the organization provides support and resources for veterans to begin careers in agriculture or begin a farming or ranching enterprise. The USDA's recent purchase of dairy products to help boost milk prices has prompted lawmakers to make a similar request to help the nation's cranberry producers. A group of 17 members of Congress who call themselves the Congressional Cranberry Caucus have requested to utilize Section 32 of the Agriculture Act of 1935 to buy a large shipment of tart fruit. The nation has about 1,300 cranberry farms, and the cran food industry employs more than 11,000 workers. The USDA last made a large cranberry purchase using Section 32 in 2013 when growers also had a bumper crop. And in local news, her agriculture story, Change, Adapt, Grow, is a theme of the next Women Managing the Farm Conference planned for February 9th and 10th in Manhattan. The event will bring together women from many sectors in agriculture and provide them with insight for building their agricultural story and managing their farm investment. During the 2-day conference, attendees choose from more than 30 presentations covering various agricultural topics. Conference information is available at womenmanagingthefarm.info. Kansas feedlots with capacities of 1,000 or more head contain 2.2 million cattle on feed on November 1st, according to USDA's NASS. This inventory was up 4% from last year. Placements during October totaled 390,000 head, down 12% from 2015. Fed cattle marketings for the month of October totaled 350,000 head, up 17% from last year. Many Kansas producers recently received a survey to collect data that will be used to determine row crop and hay county level acreage, yield, and production estimates for 2016. The USDA's NASS mailed these surveys this week to producers. County level yields have a direct impact on farmers around the state. USDA's Farm Service Agency uses the data in administering producer programs such as agricultural risk coverage included in the 2014 Farm Bill. County-level data for corn, sorghum, soybeans, and sunflowers will be published in February of 2017, and hay and cotton in April and May 2017, respectively. Up next in our Ag Feature, we sit down with Aaron Harries from Kansas Wheat to talk about wheat research at the Wheat Innovation Center. You're watching Kansas Ag Report. Please stay tuned.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Livestock Association, supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. Grassandgrain.com. Kansas Wheat Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business. Providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
Premier Farm and Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm and Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.
Thanks for staying with us this morning. We're at the Wheat Innovation Center. We're joined by Aaron. Aaron, thanks for joining us this morning. We're closing out 2016, getting ready for 2017, and 2016 was a good year for Kansas wheat farmers.
I think one of the best ever. We set record yield per bushel per acre, 57 bushels per acre. So farmers did an outstanding job managing the crop, and then we got some help with the weather. It was just perfect and ideal. So it led to a huge harvest, one of the biggest in Kansas history. And that presented some problems. The fact that we have too much wheat here and around the world, large piles of ground on the ground all around the state right now. So we're trying to build some marketplaces, and of course, when you've got that big of a supply, the price has just really been depressed lately. So farmers struggling this year to make money on that. Those high yields did help in a lot of locations. You know, our yield contest for the first time, all three winners in the different three regions were above 100 bushels an acre. So something really to be proud of, I think.
Well, and you bring up a very important topic, which is markets, opening new markets for Kansas wheat and U.S. wheat for that instance. Cuba being one of those markets. I mean, it is 90 miles off the coast. It is a natural tie for Kansas wheat farmers.
And a great potential market for Kansas wheat, as well as other commodities and other businesses, but especially wheat. We really, as you said, have potentially a huge market there. On a year like this would have made a huge impact, being able to send some of our wheat to Cuba. Prices are so low right now that we're priced in almost every market around the world. The only thing working against us is the higher price of the dollar. The strength of the dollar makes our exports a little bit more expensive. But with Cuba, I think there's a lot of unknowns. We don't know how President-elect Trump necessarily is going to handle that situation, but some of the export restrictions have been lessened up by the Obama administration. But the real hurdle with wheat exports is Cuba not being able to get credit. They have to pay with cash, and so that's something that's going to have to be changed before we see much progress in that.
Well, not only that, but you brought up another topic, which is we're not the only country in the world that produces wheat. We produce the best wheat in the world, but we're not the only ones. There's a lot on the world market right now.
You know, it's night and day difference from when it was 20 or 30 years ago when we were one of the handful of exporters in the world, but now there are so many countries that compete with us. It's a global marketplace. We're competing against Russia, Europe, Australia, Canada, Argentina, just to name a few. And so we've had some really good global crops recently, and so we really need the pendulum to swing the other way, and that's happening a little bit right now. The quality of the European crop is poor. The Canadian crop was getting hampered by weather. The Australian crop is hampered by weather a little bit. So things are starting to happen, and then we'll just have to see what it looks like for our crop next year.
Perfect. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about how you can help Kansas wheat farmers. You're watching Kansas Ag Report. We'll see you in just a minute.
This segment brought to you by Farm Bureau, a grassroots ag organization representing the state's farmers and ranchers since 1919. KFB.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. grassandgrain.com. Kansas Wheat Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Thanks for staying with us. We're at the Kansas Wheat Innovation Center over in Manhattan, Kansas. We're joined by Aaron. And Aaron, as we're finishing out 2016 or coming into the early part of 2017, everybody has an opportunity to really help a Kansas wheat farmer out, and that's by making a charitable donation to the Wheat Innovation Center and some of the research that goes on here.
Exactly right. You know, farmers support their own industry through their checkoff, which pays 2 pennies on every bushel of wheat grown in the state. But now we have a vehicle where businesses and individuals can give tax-deductible gifts to research. That's the Kansas Wheat Commission Research Foundation. It's a nonprofit entity, and it helps us fund research that goes on here in the Kansas Wheat Innovation Center, but also at Kansas State University. So when we built this beautiful innovation center, we've been here 4 years now, believe it or not, we set up this research foundation and sold naming right opportunities in the building for gifts to that research foundation. And we raised $1.4 million just in that initial round of naming rights. But now, as we're getting towards the end of the year and people are thinking about gifting and thinking about their tax situation, might be a good time to consider making a tax-deductible gift to the Research Foundation. And we still do have some naming rights opportunities available here in the building, so if folks are interested in a substantial gift, you know, they can just contact us and ask about that.
And not only that, you brought up something when you first started explaining that Kansas wheat farmers pay 2 cents per bushel. Mm-hmm. A lot of the other commodities, not only in Kansas but across the U.S., only pay 1 cent. So Kansas wheat farmers are really making an effort to generate that revenue to further research. I mean, because it really goes back into the ground, I guess you might say.
It's a huge investment. It's just like a line item on their budget, just fertilizer, labor, and equipment, advocacy, marketing, and research is right there, and that's what they pay through the checkoff. And we do leverage that funding. We use that money that we raise through the Research Foundation and through the checkoff, and we've gotten millions of dollars of grants from the federal government and other entities because we can match that money that we raise through the checkoff and the Research Foundation.
And as we're coming into 2017, drilling going on, or we're almost done with getting wheat into the ground, acres up, you think, this year?
I think acres will be down just because of the market situation. What the question is, how substantially down? I think we'll be below 8 million acres planted for the first time in many, many years.
Right. But if you look at the amount of bushels that we get off each acre that we plant now.
Yeah, so if farmers do as good a job as they did this year with the yield, that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Perfect, Aaron. It's good to see you. You're watching Kansas Ag Report, and we'll see you in just a minute. If you would like to advertise your business on Kansas Ag Report, give us a call, 785-580-3287.
The producer-funded Kansas Wheat Innovation Center was built to get improved varieties into the hands of farmers faster. Kansas Wheat, farmers advancing their future through wheat genetics research.
I will take action against herbicide-resistant weeds. I will know my weeds, and I will stop them before they go to seed. I will do whatever it takes to give my crops the upper hand, and I will use multiple herbicide sites of action because every action counts. I will take action, this time for all time.
The holidays are just around the corner, and what better way to celebrate the state we love than giving the gift of Kansas with great products by From the Land of Kansas members. Kansas-made food and other products not only make great gifts, but they also support Kansas farmers, ranchers, and agribusinesses. Look for the From the Land of Kansas logo when shopping at gift shops, museum stores, boutiques, and grocery stores. When you shop Kansas, you support local Kansas companies. Do you need gift ideas for your loved ones? We've got a wide variety of From the Land of Kansas items which can address all of your favorite things. Start with fine wine from KC Wine Co. in Olathe, or artisan chocolates from Coco Dolce in Wichita, or how about gourmet beef from Munson Angus Farms in Junction City? Or you can liven up your holiday party with a meat and cheese tray from Alma Creamery in Alma. To find a list of From the Land of Kansas retail partners and members, including a statewide map, visit the website at FromTheLandOfKansas.com. If you don't live near the retailers, you can also shop online at the From the Land of Kansas Marketplace at shop.FromTheLandOfKansas.com. Look for the From the Land of Kansas logo this holiday season. Connect with us on Facebook and read our blog to find recipes throughout the holidays, featuring products such as Elsie Grace's Pie Crust Mix or Grandma Horner's Pie Fillings. Make Kansas part of your holidays this year, from the gifts you give to the meals you prepare. From the Land of Kansas is a program of the Kansas Department of Agriculture, supporting the agriculture industry throughout the state.
Women represent central roles in the agricultural heritage that builds and sustains communities throughout the world. According to the 2012 Census of Agriculture, women are the principal operators of 6,783 farms in Kansas, and there are 25,611 total women farm operators in the state. With consideration for the many important roles women have in agriculture, leaders from various Kansas ag organizations established the Women Managing the Farm Conference to encourage women to come together and develop the skills and knowledge needed for success in a competitive agricultural environment. Her agriculture story, Change, Adapt, Grow, is the theme of the next Women Managing the Farm Conference, planned for February 9th and 10th, 2017 in Manhattan, Kansas. During the two-day conference, attendees choose from over 30 presentations covering many agricultural topics, including farm finances, agricultural and estate law, production, marketing, management, relationships, and health. Pre-conference workshops will also be offered on February 8th, and options include visiting local ag businesses, managing finances using Excel or QuickBooks, and maximizing ag technology systems. General session presenters include David Cole, Agricultural Finance and Business Management Specialist, Christy Archuleta, Financial Planner and Family Therapist, and Chris Avery, an Emmy Award-winning music and sound designer. Visit womenmanagingthefarm.info for more information.
This segment brought to you by Farm Bureau, a grassroots ag organization representing the state's farmers and ranchers since 1919. KFB.org. Oldie Seed Farms, carrying soil-specific seed. Find them on the web at oldieseed.com. That's OHLDE seed.com. Grass and Grain, online or in the mail, keeping Kansas farmers informed for over 60 years. grassandgrain.com. Kansas Wheat Commission, leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com.
Premier Farm and Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm and Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.
I will take action against herbicide-resistant weeds. I will know my weeds, and I will stop them before they go to seed. I will do whatever it takes to give my crops the upper hand, and I will use multiple herbicide sites of action because every action counts. I will take action, this time for all time.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business, providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
The producer-funded Kansas Wheat Innovation Center was built to get improved varieties into the hands of farmers faster. Kansas Wheat, farmers advancing their future through wheat genetics research.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
Imagine having someone help you pick the best corn hybrids for every field on your farm. Your Oldie representative can combine your data with his data to offer a field-by-field prescription. Contact Oldie Seed today at 877-692-4555.
The 11th class of the KLA Young Stockmen's Academy graduated at the close of the KLA convention held November 30th through December 2nd in Wichita. Merck Animal Health, exclusive sponsor of the program, partnered with KLA to host 20 young members for a series of 4 seminars throughout the year. Just prior to the start of the convention, YSA members received their Masters of Beef Advocacy degrees following a training session led by National Cattlemen's Beef Association Executive Director of Communications Darren Williams. The group then attended the KLA Chairman's Circle meeting and took part in committee and council meetings where members discussed issues affecting their business interest. Back in February, attendees were exposed to advocacy training, the legislative process, and services provided by KLA. The second installment took the group to Kansas City in May, where they learned about the agribusiness and retail beef industries. YSA members went to Central and Western Kansas in September to tour beef and dairy operations. Applications for the 2017 Young Stockman Academy class now are being accepted. To apply, go to www.kla.org or contact Letty Meek at the KLA office. Applications are due December 15th.
Good morning. I'm Cody Wintersheet with Paragon Ag Advisors. When it comes to production agriculture, there is a tremendous amount of planning that goes into growing your crops or raising your livestock, not only from a day-to-day basis, but also for the longer-term vision of where you want to go with your operation. But as most of you are aware, without the day-to-day hard work and follow-through of those plans, it's hard to make much progress. In other words, the execution of your daily and longer-term plans is critical to your ultimate success or shortfalls. The best laid out plan or strategy is essentially worthless without the proper execution of that plan, and all of your hard work and preparation is for naught. Timing is also very critical, as it is with most things in life if you really stop to think about it. All these things are very true when it comes to good marketing and risk management of that hard-earned commodity that you're growing or raising. The market does not give you a lot of time to make decisions, nor does it care if you're making any decisions at all. That's why it's critical that you either educate yourself on the different marketing tools at your disposal or look into finding someone who can help you navigate those waters. Specifically, key in on plans or strategies that can help alleviate as much of your human emotion out of making a marketing decision as possible. Also, consider plans that can take some of the critical timing out of the equation as well, as emotion and timing are probably two of the biggest shortfalls when it comes to marketing, in our opinion. I'll leave you with a quote. If you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Thank you and have a great day.
Closed captioning brought to you by
The Soybean Checkoff. Progress powered by Kansas farmers. kansasAGreport.org.
Ag Risk Solutions. Experience, knowledge, integrity. Your crop insurance solution, Ag Risk Solutions. Kansas Wheat Commission. Leaders in the adoption of profitable innovations for wheat. Online at kswheat.com. Kansas Livestock Association. Supporting our members' business interests to meet consumers' demands. KLA.org.
Well, that's our show for today. I hope you'll join us each week for more news and information about agriculture in the state of Kansas. I'm Brian Holman, and thanks for watching.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. Visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
You need a partner that you can count on to be there for your business. Providing a depth of understanding to risk management issues so you don't have to. A knowledgeable support team located in your area, delivering products and services to make you more successful.
Premier Farm and Home has what you need to make your lawn the best in the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Ken. We choose Premier Farm and Home for the professional look that we do ourselves.
Feel free to stop in. You can also visit our website at heycow.com.